Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Roughing the Competition. My name's Brant, and this is Trevor. And today's going to be the NFL Week 9 matchups, Part 1.
Yeah, we're going to kick things off here with Part 1. As you know, we look at Thursday game, and we start looking at the early games on Sunday. Now, this week is big, because as most of you know, probably won't see this video till tomorrow, but today is Tuesday, which is trade deadline day. And boy, was it a doozy. I'm currently wearing the jersey that after tonight I'll probably retire. Because among the many trades was Golden Tate going to Philly. We also saw Demaryius Thomas land in Houston. We saw Ty Montgomery run over to the Ravens. Then we saw Dante Fowler end up on that Rams line. Jesus, do they need another piece?
The rich keep getting richer.
And then at the last moment, about 8 minutes before the deadline, we saw Clinton Dix get plane tickets to Washington. So are the Packers giving up, or are they just trying to get those youngins up?
I guess we'll see.
I don't know. Now the question is, do any of these trades affect this week's matchups?
Let's find out.
Let's find out in the picks. All right. Let's go and kick things off here with the weekly trash game.
Oh, God.
As you can see by the picture, we have the dumpsters.
Oh,
yes,
that's the trash can. That's a dumpster.
Sorry. Trash can and a dumpster. There we go. All right, so we have the wonderful Raiders versus the Niners in the Battle of the Bay. God, these teams suck. Please don't tune out now. Please, honest to God, stay with us. Stay with us.
The game gets better.
You know what? Let's just get this over with. I got Niners.
I got the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm taking them just because. Why are you taking the Raiders?
I don't know. It sounded cool.
No, okay.
Make Thursday night football relevant again, NFL.
Yeah, can we get that hashtag going, please? That'd be great. All right, let's proceed. Let's go to a real game. This is the real game we're going to kick off with on Sunday.
Hey, you did the slides today,
I did
buddy.
the slides. All right, so we have the Bears and the Bills. Let's just going to make this another quick one. There's more better games to get to. We both got the Bears. Let's not kid ourselves. Derek Anderson's been bad to the point they're considering replacing him with Noah Peterman. Or Nathan Peterman. Dang, I forgot his name. It's okay, though. Neither one of them will probably start. They just signed Terrell Pryor. Maybe it's time for him to go back to quarterback. What do you think?
I mean, the Bears' defense is going to win them this game. Trubisky has been playing just well enough to be able to keep that offense in the games, and I think Mac's going to be back this week, so look for the Mac attack. I think he's going to be making up for that game he missed last week with a couple sacks.
Oh, yeah. The Bears are just going to handle this one. It's not going to be a competition. Start that Bears D, everybody. Maybe Tariq Cohen. All right. As you can see with this one, we got a little fun going here. Chiefs versus the Browns. Browns are now hiring a head coach. Please send your resumes to First Energy Stadium. They will, honest to God, take anybody based on the past track record.
They will.
Yeah. Submit your fantasy scores.
I will admit, though, the Browns did one thing better than the Steelers. They finally realized that Todd Haley was actually horrible a lot faster than we did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they definitely did. All right, so with that said, let's get to some real stuff here. Chiefs have one loss on the season. Do they pick up a second one here?
I don't think so.
You don't have them picking up a second one?
I know Tyreek Hill is a little banged up right now, but Sammy Watkins is almost just as good.
Yeah.
He's been just taking the top off the defense almost every game. With Kelsey going down the middle, I think Mahomes is going to have a field day.
Yeah, I would agree with you, except for I think the Chiefs should have maybe considered addressing defensive need here. And I'll say this, Cleveland, you fired your coach. You've traded Josh Gordon. You've traded Carlos Hyde. But something tells me you actually got better this week. And I'm calling it. Yes, I'm crazy. But Greg Williams was just promoted to your head coach. He's not going to be your head coach long term, but he's a very energetic guy who loves building up that aggression. That defense is going to want the ball. And the good news is Tyreek Hill's probably not playing. That's a groin strain. He'll probably be out 2 weeks. So you're going to put Denzel Ward on Sammy Watkins, leaving Kelsey the only target available. Your linebackers are good enough to cover him, and you're going to have an extra man up there who's going to help stall out Hunt. I think the defense is aggressive, and I think the offense finally has a decent game plan. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a tough one. I might be crazy, but I think the Browns win at home.
I think you're a little crazy.
Yeah, I'm a little crazy. So let's go to the next one. Dolphins versus the Jets. The battle of AFC second place for the East. Yeah, this one's not going to be that interesting. But, Brant, who stays alive in the wild card race?
The Dolphins? Ooh, I know. I think they have more consistent quarterback play.
Okay.
I think Osweiler's actually shown that he still can be a little bit consistent.
Yeah.
Not great, but I do think what's key for the Dolphins is they have more playmakers on the offensive side.
Yeah, even with their injuries, they do still seem to have a lot of
You got
playmakers.
Grant, Drake, Parker seems to finally start stepping into his role.
Yeah.
I just believe that they have more playmakers than the Jets do.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with those Jets, Jets. All right, I'm picking Jets just because I think defense is better. Mm-hmm. And I think this is a game the Jets are probably going to win just because they're the Jets, and they occasionally win. Nothing exciting here. Don't really start anybody. Maybe Crowell if you're desperate. Maybe Drake or Gore.
Drake's been pretty solid for me this year.
Yeah, Gore's done well too. So, yeah, start a running back. Yep. Mentioning that trade deadline stuff, let's go right here to this one. All right, so I've been very fired up today about the Tate trade. Actually, we're hoping to have our website launched later this week, and one of the first articles is going to be about Golden Tate and how much he meant to Detroit, and how a third-round pick, well, it's fair compensation, just sometimes isn't enough for a player. Mm-hmm. So, before I say my piece on this, who are you picking?
Well, you kind of told everyone that, the trade happened, but I'm going with the Vikings here. They trade their fan favorite there.
Yeah.
No question. It was my favorite player on your team. I just loved his demeanor. Mm-hmm. And I just can't tell if the Lions are buying or selling here. I really can't. They went and got Snacks Harrison, and then they trade Golden Tate. So what are you guys doing? You guys are playing the middle road right now, and I don't think that's a good thing going against Kirk Cousins and the Vikings.
Yeah, I hate doing this. This really hurts, but I'm right there with you. I'm taking the Vikings. It's a two-way race for the division now. Maybe the Bears sneak in, make it a third team. I don't know what we're doing. I understand Galladay is going to be there to take over. That's been the long-term plan. Mm-hmm. I understand we're probably not re-signing Tate at the end of the year, but you just ripped the heart and soul out of that offense. Every Stafford comeback started with Tate catching passes. And even if he wasn't catching passes, you better believe he was setting the edge with blocks.
Yeah.
So you're taking him out, and I think with that you just ripped the heart and soul out of the offense and the defense, even with Snacks there, and I think he's an amazing pickup. It's not going to be good enough to get past these Vikings. For once in a game that we usually win, the Vikings are going to get it done, and we're going to fall further back in the pack.
Just got to stop playing in the middle of the road. Got to go one way or the other.
Yep. So let's go to a team that made their decision. Second trade. Redskins and Falcons here. And the Redskins snuck in last minute and added Clinton Dix to a defense that's played very well lately.
Yeah, they really have.
Now they're taking on a Falcons team that's trying to chase the Panthers and Saints, and they need a lot of help to get there, and they need to start by doing some of it on their own by getting past the Redskins. Do they do that?
I think the Redskins are going to get the win here.
Yeah.
With that addition to it gives Josh Norman a little bit more free play at corner. Yeah. Lets him kind of do his thing so he can be aggressive like he usually has been.
Yeah.
And I think with the Swearinger and back as safety, I think that's just a tandem that no one wants to mess with right now.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think that'll be a great pickup for him. I don't think you'll see much of this week. He's going to need time to learn that defensive scheme. But there is another interesting thing with that defense, because I'm taking Redskins. They face Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott, and Christian McCaffrey 3 weeks in a row. Arguably the three best NFC running backs right now. But if I told you the three of them combined for roughly 30 carries and roughly 90 yards, you would go, oh my God. And guess what? They did that. Those young corners back there led by Kendall Fuller and Josh Norman, and I know Norman's not young, have held with everyone. And their job this week is to keep Julio and Ridley in check. Now they got to watch and make sure Sanu don't beat him at the same time. But this Falcons team has struggled all year running the ball. They struggle again here. Redskins get it done, and they move on the next week where will surely be a more valuable part of the defense. Redskins, you're back in the race with the Eagles. That's the way I look at it.
Man. Redskins are taking the lead in that division right now, right?
I think so, but it's by like a game. All right, speaking of the NFC South.
Last game of part one.
Yep, last game of part one. We have the Cam Newton-led Panthers versus what looks to be the return of Ryan Fitzmagic, as Jameis Winston has played himself out of a job, much like he played himself out of a grocery store with a bunch of crab legs a few years ago. But who you got here?
I got the Cam Newton-led Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
I think that offense is starting. I think starting to get going, and I think if the keep it simple here, the Panthers defense keeps them under 20. Panthers win easily.
Yeah, well, because of that, taking the Bucks. Okay, let's face it, Fitzmagic, there's videos on it all over YouTube if you get curious enough to watch. He wins the games that he's not expected to win, and he loses games he's basically expected to do well in. Mm-hmm. We saw this. Won the first 2 games of the season, surprised everybody, 400 some yards passing. Loses the next, 2 or 3 in a row. Starts underperforming. He's not expected to play well here. He's not expected to beat the Panthers. The Panthers aren't expecting him to be great. He beats the Panthers. He throws for about 400 yards, and Deshaun Jackson will no longer want to be traded because now he's back to being the top receiver.
It's my quarterback.
That is his quarterback. And with that, we wrap up part 1.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, our new little sign here. So stay tuned. Come see us in part 2. Thanks, guys.
See you later.